Happy holidays! So today our topic is something that around the holidays a lot of us get super concentrated on, like intensely. And so today we're going to be talking about buddies.
Our human bodies.
Yes. And this is a topic that both of us really love. And so because it's one thing in the world that we live, the body is the thing that is focused on the most in like everything. And it's always, we focus so much on the outward appearance. You're doing one thing to look like this. You're doing something else to look a certain way. And that gets us in the cycle of guilt and body shaming and basically not liking what we look like because we think to be lovable, to be the whatever our desire or goal is, has to be in a certain looking body. And
who's the hardest on a body?
Ourselves.
Okay, and we've all heard that before. But we're going to take you into the dressing room today. So we're going to first take you through shopping and picking out 8 lovely outfits because that's the limit. And you have to obey those rules, you know. So you find these amazing outfits that you can't wait to put your body in. And what happens in the dressing room? What shifts? Do you come out of that dressing room feeling the same?
No. I feel like going to puke.
How come? What's going on?
Well, okay, so, and I'm pretty sure we all feel this way when we go into the dressing room, is we're going shopping because like your intent is to find new clothes that you love and things on the hanger look so cute. And then every time that I've gone into the dressing room to try them on, I start picking apart my body.
Okay.
Because it's like my train of thought is, well, if my body looked a certain way, everything that I chose would look good on me. And then I start thinking, oh, well, it's just because my love handles are too big, or if I had a flatter stomach, or if I had bigger boobs, or if I have a smaller butt, if I have some, like, I just go through this whole, like, I look at myself in the mirror and I go through this whole list of what needs to change and what I don't like about myself. And then I leave being ticked off, and then the rest of my thought process is, oh, well, if I looked a certain way, I wouldn't be leaving without any clothes or feeling like crap about myself.
And really, it's just one pattern, right? They're given one pattern, and then they make it different sizes.
Yeah.
It's not tailored.
Yeah.
It's one size. And it's so funny, like being my size, I get to have a one size fits all sometimes. And it's like, really? That is so not true.
Yeah.
But, well, some of those clothes are, it just drapes on you. And you're right, it is a one size fit all. But, so going into the dressing room and realizing, oh my goodness, this isn't tailored clothing, and I'm just trying to see if it is a good fit for me or not. So I don't necessarily have the same experience you do. I go in, and if that zipper doesn't zip up, I can giggle about it and go, oh my gosh, wish I had my bed. I'm not going to go lay on the floor to get the zipper up today. But, okay, you get it. But this does take me into, like, the perspective. I was shopping different perspectives, and oh man, all of the judgments we have about bodies, and oh my goodness. Okay, there's lots of stories coming in, but I was with my friend and we were shopping. She took me to her favorite place, and she was getting all these darling shirts. And she's noticed what kind of shirts I was picking out, and it was something that she wouldn't pick out for me. So she said, can I pick out a shirt for you? I said, absolutely, but you have to watch me put it on. And so that even made her more excited. Like, I can't wait to experience how beautiful you're going to look in this with you.
Yeah.
And it was so fun to celebrate on that level. And so we had the baby in the middle of us. Her door was open and my door was open. And I picked the cutest one that she picked out for me and put it over my head, get my arms on, and everything's fine. And then I get to this point and it doesn't go on all the way. It won't. It can't. I'll rip the shirt.
Yeah.
And she goes, point taken. You can shut your door now.
Yeah.
And so she, at that moment, she got to realize that I have to go into a store and I have a limited amount of clothes that I can pick from. And then we go from there. But I know my body, I know what's gonna fit, and
it's okay.
And it's okay. Like it has been a really long time since I've shamed my body. Really, for the first time ever, I am starting to feel like I am in a fat suit, a bodysuit, and this isn't me anymore. And that kind of excites me because my body will be changing back into a different shape.
So going into the different shape, because this is something that I have had questions about, and I feel like I'm at the tail end of shifting through it, but realizing that going to the dressing room thinking that I have to have this specific shape, which is so funny because I just realized literally every bone structure is different. How everybody is not going to look exactly the same. Some have longer, some have longer. So even if
who wore it better?
Well, yeah, but even if we did the exact, and we all know this, if we did the exact same workouts, if we ate the exact same way, I'm taller, I have longer legs or longer torso, but it's all of that will not even
it's a unique experience for every single person.
Yes.
And really it's going to come down to your belief system.
Yes. And choosing, this has been the biggest thing for me, is I get to choose the body that I feel best in. And it doesn't matter
what it looks like to anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's the judgment that it's almost like I feel like I'm regurgitating judgment. Okay,
but were you caught in, oh my gosh, this person isn't going to like me if I look this way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what did it take to get out of
that? What did it take? Okay. Well, it's okay. So this is the biggest thing too, is when you're, okay, so it's choosing what I want, not living my life for what somebody else wants.
Yes.
And because you had mentioned one time before in one of our conversations that different people are attracted to different body types. And that's okay. Not everybody's gonna like the typical what they put out there in the fitness world of looking exactly this way. Not every guy likes that, but the only people that speak out are the ones that do.
Yes.
So it's understanding that you get to choose what you want, and you will find those people that love you for you. 100%.
Every single time.
Yes.
Every single time.
Yeah. Yes, and that's what I'm shifting into, because I was so focused on A plus B equals C instead of being able to feel into, oh, I love this, I don't like that, but it shifts. It can shift every single day.
Every single day.
Yeah, and so it's paying attention to the energy of what you're doing. And here's something else really cool that I love is with food.
Yes.
It's the same way with food and with exercise. There's all these scientific reviews that A, B, and C is going to work for C, yet then the next year they come out with oh, eggs are bad for you. Oh, no, wait, eggs are really good for you. So
only egg whites.
Only egg whites.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So the only way to 100% be happy with how you are and how you look is to really focus on how you feel when you're eating it, but you also get to create the experience.
And what experience did we create together one time in a room full of people that were judging?
That's true. Well, okay. So what is the main thought when you eat a plate? So what we ordered, okay, so the whole story was we go in, and my belief was that if you eat what we ordered, which was French toast, crepes, and a piece of pie, that if I ate that, I'm going to feel sick. And I even said that a couple bites in, I was like, this is going to make me puke. And so then, I can't remember what you did, but it was you're like, whoa, no, stay in the space of you're eating it because you enjoy it. And we were laughing and giggling the whole time. And then, yes, because typically if you see somebody else eating all that, like my first thought would have been like, oh my gosh, like all these, thoughts process through. So staying in the space of you're eating it because you like it and you enjoy it, and I did not feel.
And at that very moment, you wanted it.
Yes, I did. I was looking at the menu and I'm like,
all I want is
that, but I should eat this because I want to feel a certain way. And so then she was like, okay, let me take you into an experience. And it was amazing because we left and I was like, I should feel like I'm gonna puke right now, and I felt so good. Like I felt complete in my eating.
Like a protein shake?
Yeah.
Yay!
So obviously after that I had massive amounts of questions. It's like, wait, So it's literally all about our beliefs of what we're eating. So if I would have held and kept the belief that if I was eating all of that
to make you sick, which was really the belief to prevent you from eating it in the first place.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So it's literally, okay, so in this,
I know.
So
what we do, it's amazing what we do and how we treat ourselves and what we talk ourselves into and what we talk ourselves out of.
Because of the beliefs that we've picked up, because literally it's almost like everything that we have been taught, we get to throw out the window, completely erase, and really delve into what do I want?
Yeah. What makes me happy?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, okay, so the thing with this is one thing that it took me a minute to really because there was beliefs behind it, but eating a green food that's supposed to have okay, this is what they say.
Okay.
Scientifically, green foods have a different vibration rather than sugary foods or junk foods. So stay away from processed foods, stay away from the cake and the ice cream and all that kind of stuff. And something that goes around a lot is if you want to feel better, then obviously you'd want to always choose the green food.
Okay. Did you always choose the green food when you were a kid?
No.
Why not?
Because nothing happened. Seriously, nothing shifted. My sister and I will talk about the foods that we ate before basketball games. Now in my head, not now because I'm shifting out of that, but when I was really learning that, eat this to feel good, eat that to not feel good, looking back now, I was like, we ate like crap all the time. But I was always healthy and I was unhealthy for other reasons.
Okay, but notice this war that's going on here. If I don't eat healthy, I'm unhealthy.
Yeah.
And a really strong belief that I've had for many, many years was a healthy body craves healthy things.
Yes. Yes.
And an unhealthy body craves unhealthy things. But then you mix in oh my gosh, I've had 3 bad days in a row, and I was so freaking amazing through those 3 bad days. I need a reward. And what kind of food reward did you have as a kid?
Treats or ice cream.
Treats or ice cream. You've been a good girl.
Yeah.
Here's you can get a treat because you've been so good.
Yeah.
So that kind of programming really comes into play a lot more than we think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But being aware of it and saying, is the reward this treat, or is the reward this good, green, healthy food? And both of them can be a yes, depending on what I want right here, right now. But, okay, yep. And we can go into, there is so much depth to this that we want to take you into those depths, and that's why we have created a shape-shifting class where your body can do amazing things, and you go on this beautiful journey. And it's definitely one thing that really brings us a lot of passion in that connection with women. One of my favorite things was to experience the moment that Janica fell in love with her body. And that is that moment is shared in those classes.
Mhm.
And I got to experience that. And it was through this most beautiful experience. And one of the reasons that I express myself in this body shape is because so many women come to me and say, if you can love yourself looking like that, I can love me.
Very true.
Because you can tell how healthy a person is by their hair, their skin, their nails, and eyes. And so one of my comments that I have to say a lot to shift people out of some of these really restrictive beliefs is, I'm the healthiest fat person you know.
Yeah, it's true, and we go into that further in our classes. But that's the thing, is understanding that just because you're you're a certain shape or size has nothing to do with how healthy or unhealthy you are, and that is something that like we get to choose out of the body shaming, because it doesn't matter. It's all that matters is that you love yourself and you choose what you want out of joy.
Absolutely. And all of my closest, deepest relationships have never seen my fat. Never. And so it's interesting. I do get to step into a lot of spaces where people will present their shaming. And it's an interesting, very thick energy. And but every time I step into it, there's opportunities to have this whole new reality take place. And
basically, Shar, this is what I've learned about Shar. She's very aware of what she's doing, and she does things on purpose.
Yes, I do.
So a lot of with helping people in sessions and in classes is naturally her being the size that she is choosing to be right now. People get triggered, and it like
really
a
fast.
long list, and she can see that, and so she quickly helps people through it because she can see all their triggers that come up just because of the body that she's choosing to be.
Darn tootin'. Well, happy holidays, everyone. I hope you were triggered.